Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. I want to introduce myself. My name is Muthiara Syifa as communication students of Muhammadiyah University of Yogyakarta and Government and Public Affairs course participants in 2000 up to 20s. And in this video, I want to explain of three topics. There are government public communication, government media relations, and government media management. But first, let me tell you about what is government public relation. So, some of the uses of public relation in government are pragmatic, intended to advance the mission of the agency, but in orthodox ways, the reduce costs. For example, public service campaigns are ways to influence public behavior in a way that is less expensive than policing. Similarly, advertising the availability of new programs and services is a way to reach potential clients and customers through a wholesale approach, rather than the more expensive retail one-by-one outreach effort. Besides these pragmatic uses of public relations, external communication can also be used to advance the goals of a democratic society. This would be situation of information for information's sake, rather than to accomplish a more tangible management goal. Examples of this aspect of government public relation include reporting to the public on agency activities as a way of contributing to an informed public, disseminating information as a prelude to citizen participation in agency decision making, and listening to public opinion. So, next to the first topic that is government public communication. So, government communication can be defined as all the activities of public sector institutions and organizations that are aimed at conveying and sharing information, primarily for the purpose of presenting and explaining government decisions and actions, promoting the legitimacy of these interventions, defending recognized value, and helping to maintain social bonds. Government communication concerns both government institutions, for the example, governments, courts, or Auditor General's office, and etc., and public sector organization presenting a very broad range of forms. For example, administration, arm's length bodies, agencies, and etc. Viewed in terms of an organized process, government communication covers all formal activities, be they written or oral, regardless of the support used and involving either a single individual, like interpersonal communication, a specific group of people, like group communication or mini communication, or an undefined body of recipients, or mass communication. Admittedly, it is difficult to rank this function owing to how they all may be important depending on the type of organization, policy area, or practical situation involved. However, it is possible to distinguish core function from ancillary function on the basis of legal or statutory requirements, like core function, informing the public, explaining and supporting decisions, defending values and promoting responsible behavior, facilitating dialogue between institutions and citizens. Next, ancillary function like orientating citizens and residents, demonstrating responsiveness in particular through opinion surveys, and promoting the legitimacy of government organization and action, and the last contributing to the solidity of social bonds. This is an example of the picture, for example, from government public communication. You can see the government public communication here. Okay, next. Uh, Next topic is government media relation. For government agency media relation practice, or for that matter for all kinds of media relation, there are few laws or statutes, regulation or rules like outside of your own agency that you must follow. Of course, you step over the line into criminal activity. The practice of media relation is not like the practice of law with statutes and court decision or math with geometric and trigonometric proofs. What you have in media relation in order to succeed are parameters of good and empirical public relation or PR knowledge of good media relation, writing and practice, and of good and acceptable approaches of working with the media. The public relation professional maintain good relation with professional in the media, understand their deadlines and other resistance, and earn their trust as a relationship with communication media to conduct publicity or respond to media interests against organizational interests. In the profession and career of media relation, you must deal individually with the reality of the current and new situation without relying totally on past experience or actions. The media is consistently changing, and to succeed as a public affairs practitioner, you must adapt and be flexible, making the wisest possible decisions based on your knowledge of the media, on your media relation writing skills, and on the best crisis management approaches, if necessary, as applied singularly to perhaps unprecedented situation and events. What follows is an overview of information and recommendation that you can use, hopefully successfully, to carry out many of your function and assignment with intelligence, knowledge, and foresight. Okay, so government PR competitions, many government PR competitions. There are writing press release, write a pitch letter, visual media production like infographics, event management, media research, and the last is copywriting. Next, from the last topic is government media management. All government agencies and office should have written crisis plan for distribution to all top officials that anticipate possible emergency situation. The procedures for who is allowed to speak to the media, executive crisis meetings, and method to inform all agency and office employees should be predetermined. But when it comes, what will the crisis be? That is the key question that may be answerable for you, for your particular agency relating to its programs, functions, issues, and personalities. Whatever the media devices used, two areas will define your role and potential success in limiting the crisis. In responding to media and public criticism and the drawing up of as many positive points as you can muster to neutralize and mitigate to the crisis when the criticism is valid. Your recommendation concerning the type of media options to be used can be one of your most vital PIO functions. You can also recommend, based on the seriousness and newsworthiness of the crisis, in your judgment, not to have any official agency position related to the media. This last option is usually employed if you believe that agency response to the media will only prolong the crisis in the public arena, that the crisis will just go away in a matter of days, or that the charge uh, and criticism that will be exposed by the media itself are without merit and not sustainable or believable. In virtually all other types of agency crisis, your voice should be influential, maybe even decisive in how and what media relations strategies and tactics should be used. But the decision of what crisis information to release and how much will invariably by this decided by agency policy makers. However, in agency meetings, you should speak up about the political dangers in withholding essential crisis-related material if and when a major media outlet find out that the whole story was not released. So, government can take advantage of guidance on providing the best public service by utilizing technology like uh, EPR or electric public relations, that is a public relation initiative that use the internet as a means of publicity, or like a website like this in this picture, or website of the government, or uh, with television, radio, or social media and etc. So, with all about the material, the references are from the book of the practice of government public relation and the journal from dictionary.inap.ca. Okay, thank you for your attention. I hope you enjoy and understand about the material. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.